here. Yeah, thank you for taking the time to look after yourself because this session is for you. Can you all hear me? Yeah. Great. Awesome. So, yeah, we're going to be speaking about emotions. A definition of what emotions are. We are going to learn how emotions manifest in the physical body. And then we're going to use one tool called the 6 healing sounds to allow these emotions to be released and move, especially the ones that we dislike. It's interesting that I'm here talking about emotions where I grew up in a household where it was goal-driven, high achiever, in fact an athlete. If I would come home with an 8, the question would be, why is not a 10? So it's driven, emotions were suppressed. But the beginnings of my story was, as he said, I'm from Argentina, I'm from Patagonia, but I was visiting a friend in Buenos Aires, and walking in the streets, I found a small bookshop. And I'm an athlete, I love being outside, climbing everything, not reading books. I just went inside this bookstore, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw this orange, very small book that caught my attention. I grabbed it, and the name was Doing. Do goes with what I do, doing. And it said something about self massage. It's a Spanish book, and about preventative medicine. I took it home. When I opened it, there was a map, and I'm a traveler. I love traveling. A map, but this map had 3 bodies with a lot of lines and little dots, and I was very intrigued. And these little dots and these lines, learning about them and learning how to use them in our favor in order to support our body is what helped me find the magic to help my body to thrive. And this is what I want to share with you and see if this resonates with you and is something that you can use. Please take it and use it on a daily basis because it's really a great system. So let's go and let's dive in and start with what are emotions? Yes, emotions come from the Latin word emotere, which means literally energy in motion. So, but as such, energy in motion is neutral. What does this mean? There's no good, no bad, no positive, no negative, not expanded, not contracted. Okay, yes, Lou, but let's take it with an example. We are all here at Mindvalley University 2003. Let's take a few moments and think, how did we feel 4, 6, 8 weeks ago when we thought about Mindvalley University 2003? What were the feelings? Excitement? More excitement. Love that. Okay. Let's take these 2 people, Sarah and Peter. Sarah was thinking excitement, more excitement. I'm going to meet people, connection, parties, learning, growth, right? Expanded feelings. Peter, first time leaving the country, going to a place where he hasn't been there, thinking, oh, where's Estonia? I don't know anyone, I don't know the language. I'm going to leave my family and friends for 3-4 weeks. I'm going to miss them. There's these feelings of maybe worry, maybe anxiety, social anxiety, maybe even fear, being scared. So the question is, how come from one situation, Mindvalley University 2003, we get 2 different expressions? Expanded, Sarah, contract, Peter. How do we get there? Stories, yes. And how do we create the stories?
Programming from the parents and ancestors.
Yes, as well. Yes, yeah. But if we take it to the conscious mind, as soon as we give meaning to the situation, we create that feeling that is either expanded, yes, I'm going to be excited, having fun, joyful, or contracted, oh, I'm worried, I don't know anyone. So that's very powerful. It's actually great news because this gives us the power of choice. And yes, there's the subconscious mind, etc. but we also have a conscious mind, and we can choose what to think at a certain point in time. And this gives us the tool of being able to change the perception of a situation when we want to experience a different feeling. So that's the first take-home message, and we are very aware of that. We're here in Mindvalley University, a lot of our speakers speak about that. So by changing the perception of a situation, we can change what are we feeling. Now, we also have a body, and our body is very intelligent. So now I would love to bring the 5-element theory as well as traditional Chinese medicine. And this is linked to this book that I found like 20 years ago with all these lines and all these points. Because all these lines are actually the meridians. So we have the 5 elements. The first element is wood. And these elements are believed to be part of everything that exists in life. And these elements are linked to the emotions. And through traditional Chinese medicine, we can link the emotions to the physical body. It's this whole system that this is the way that we can see where emotions manifest in our physical body. And this can give us an idea of what to do, how to change the perception of a situation, to change the way we are feeling. So our first element is the wood element. Wood element is linked to the emotion of anger. And the emotion of anger is linked to the two organs, liver and gallbladder. So what does this mean? That because we said that emotions are energy in motion, we have energy flowing within our body all the time. And we want ease of flow, like a river. We have rivers of water, rivers of blood, rivers of energy. So when there's ease of flow, there's longevity, vitality, happiness, openness. But when this energy gets stuck, that's when we get dis-ease, the ailments, the sickness. Because there's no, it's like water stagnant. When water gets stagnant, it becomes not drinkable, etc., and even poisonous. So with the energy, it's the same. So if we know that we want energy running, and we know now the wood element is linked to anger, the emotion of anger linked to liver, any liver disease might potentially be related of us having anger. Cirrhosis, a lot of people get the gallbladder removed. These are the main 2 pair organs, but it's not only those ones. For the wood element, we have TMJ, which is your mandibular. Migraines are also linked. Eyes, so if we get blurry eyes or any eyes dysfunction, could be related. TMJ is clenching the teeth, sometimes we get angry. And migraines. If we have acute or chronic migraines for years, and we try a lot of things, what about exploring? How am I feeling? Now that we know that anger is connected to migraines, we can do something about it. So that's our wood element. The next element is the fire element. The fire element is linked to the heart and the small intestine. And the emotion is anxiety. So when we get heart palpitations, could be something linked to anxiety. I mean, if we think about it, we get anxious, we feel it in the chest. The small intestine is its function, or one of its functions, is to get the nurturing. The heart as well, nurturing, love, kindness. So all these things are related. Another organ that is related is the tongue, with these meridians. The meridians are these channels where the energy flow, these lines from my book. Other things, insomnia is linked to the fire element. Insomnia as well as headaches. And this can give us ideas of how to approach these different elements. Our next element is earth. I really like the earth element because I love grounding. Actually, in fact, we can just ground all ourselves. You're sitting, that's perfect. Just ensure your feet, the sole of your feet are on the ground. Yeah, see, some of you are already grounding yourself. You're sitting, ensure your sitting bones are heavy on the chair or on the back bed that you're sitting. Feel the energy going down. Earth element is linked to the stomach and the spleen. So it's linked to our digestive system. And it's linked to worry. Worry tends to go to the head. When we worry too much, we are up here. So when we ground, we move the energy. Yeah, I love how some of you are really grounded. Feel it, feel it. This is your moment. Be present. Yes. So when we are worried, it's in our head, and by grounding we can let go, we can move, we can allow that energy to move. So this also gives us the idea that stomach issues, digestive issues, also the mouth, lips, teeth, gums are linked to this element. Another things that are also related to these elements are hormonal problems. So, yeah, just to give you an idea. Then our next element, and actually this element, the earth element, I was quite familiar with it because, and I actually wasn't aware. It was my sister who made me aware of this. Every time I had an exam, I would have stomach pain. Every single time. And I'm telling you this because there's a key word here. Awareness. We need awareness to be able to change our state. Because if we are not aware, we cannot change, right? So, that's our earth element. Then we have our metal element. Another one that is quite close to my heart. The metal element is about grief, sadness, all sorrow, and it's linked to the lungs and the large intestine. And I'm saying it's linked. It's this element and the first one, wood element, which is anger. I'm an athlete, and I use sports to release a lot of that anger. Play a lot of ball sports, and I realized later in life that I was using anger as a facade, as a mask for sadness. Sadness. One of the main things was like living 4 generations of women not talking to each other. So all these practices helped me come out of this and come here being able to speak. Throat is linked to the upper respiratory system, and this is very interesting. If you go and see a traditional Chinese doctor and you come with any cold, flu, throat symptoms, the first thing that they will do is take something for your digestion, because you want to eliminate the large intestine helps you eliminate the waste. We take in and we need to eliminate, whether it is sweat, breath, elimination. And if we don't, so this is also telling us that constipation is linked to the emotion of grief. So if we are constipated, let's think about it. Toxins start piling up, and then this part of the body gets full of toxins, and then it expresses through cold, flu, pneumonia, throat ache, laryngitis, and other organs are also the skin related and the nose. So also any eczema, psoriasis will also be linked to this element. And if we think about it, yeah, the nose is the first entrance of the earth, of life, vital life, right? Chi. So that's our mental element. And then we have our 5th element, which is water. Water is linked to the emotion of fear. And this emotion is interesting because this emotion is the emotion of survival. And with this, I want to share with all of you that emotions are there for a reason. They're neutral, right? They're not good or bad. But for example, the emotion of fear, we want to have it, we want to experience it, because we are geared, our body, our brain, they're geared for survival. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. Our ancestors would have been gone long ago, and we wouldn't be here if it wouldn't be for our survival instinct, right? So, for example, if you are climbing and you slip and suddenly you are at the end of the cliff, what happens? Your body instantly is going to shut down your frontal cortex so you don't have to think. Adrenaline and cortisol will rush out. Blood also to your extremities, so you can actually either fight or flight or freeze as well. So if you are at the edge of the cliff, your body will pull you back. We use these muscles called psoas muscles, which are the only muscles that connect your upper body to your lower body, and actually these are the muscles that propel us. And this muscle is called the trauma muscle for a reason, because it's the first muscle that contracts to help. Also, what do we have here? Our vital organs, yes. So we want to protect, right? And this is also a clue. If this is called the trauma muscle, do we release this muscle? Body keeps score. Whatever happens, every situation that happens, whether it's a physical situation or a mental, meaning that we get meaning to a situation, it stays in our body because it's energy that comes in. Did we allow it to go out? Do we allow our body to do that? Do we give enough time? Do we give the body what it needs? We see these things in nature. If you watch National Geographic or Discovery Channel, all these things, if you're in Africa, you'll see springboks or deers running on the field on the savannah. Look at the situation. Lioness hunting. This time, the springbok goes away. As soon as it arrives at the savannah and can see other springboks, zebras and giraffes, meaning it's a safe place, there are no predators, it can relax, lay on the ground, and it starts shaking, literally shaking. And what it's doing is shaking that adrenaline, that cortisol, that extra energy that it had for it to survive. But then when the threat is over, it's finished, he needed to release the rest. What happened with us? Yeah. When do we shake? Yeah. We with our thoughts, we give meaning to a situation, we get scared, maybe we're just late and we are scared that our boss is gonna fire us. That can be a fear. And then you are thinking like that for an emotion, you should stay or go through your body for 90 seconds. That's normal. And it's good to feel it. As we said, it's okay. We need them. But do you keep it 90 seconds? 90 minutes? 90 days? 90 months? 90 years? Do you want to keep it there trapped? That energy that is waiting to be released? Do we release it? So I'm inviting you to think about these things. And find ways to release it. Like today we're going to do the 6 healing sounds, but we were just dancing, thank you, before the session. Dancing, movement. Emotions are energy in motion. So any motion will help you release. Find your own way. So that's fear. Yes?
Can you repeat the organs?
Yes, I didn't say that. Yeah, thank you, thank you. So fear is linked to the kidneys and to the bladder. Okay? So it makes sense, right? We just spoke about fear. The adrenal glands are on top of the kidneys. When we get fear, we release cortisol and adrenaline for us to be safe. Other things are the nervous system, and it also makes sense because we have two states, the sympathetic state and parasympathetic state. The parasympathetic state is rest and digest, and is a state where we want to be quite a lot of time, amount of time during the day, like especially when we sleep or after eating. There are moments where we want to be active, right? But what happens is we tend to be active, do all the time, right? So it's linked to the nervous system, and the idea is to help our body to go from this rush hour, rush here, rush there, to a more calm state. And we're going to use the 6 healing sounds, where we can also use breathing. I love sharing tools that you can use everywhere, at any time. Like for example, what we're going to do is Gong and 6 healing sounds. You don't need anything else other than your body. With breathing, you don't need anything else other than your body. Meditation as well. I sometimes also teach tapping for the same reason, like the 6 healing sounds. You just need, and tapping comes from that book, those little dots in those lines. That's where you tap to help the energy move. So, as we were saying, bladder, so cystitis. If you are scared, you have to give a presentation, you have to speak on stage. Probably have to go quickly to the bathroom again, like 3-4 times. The third time, there's nothing that comes out, but you still go because you have that feeling, that fear. And also the ears, so tinnitus, anything ear related, bone marrow, and nervous system. So this gives us ideas of what can we do, or if we experience any of these issues, maybe we can explore and see if they are linked to, in this case, the emotion of fear. So these are our 5 elements. I do have slides, I'll show you later. I forgot to click it. But then you can take pictures of all the things that I'm saying. Alright, so let's go to the 6 healing sounds. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Good, okay. So we're going to stand up. So it's fun, wherever you are. Yes, that's perfect. And I'm going to first tell you the foundation, the base position, right? Remember, we are the container of this energy, and we want this energy to flow with ease. So we want to be relaxed, but present and grounded. We already grounded ourselves, and I see you are grounding yourselves again. That's great. So the stance is feet shoulder width apart. Yes. We want to bend, micro bend, knees and elbows at all times, like just like this, just micro bend. Yeah, because if we tense, we're stopping the energy. So just like that. So this is our stance. We could also tuck in the pelvis a little bit. Just imagine the energy coming down through your back, up in the front. You know, our spine is the main highway. Our nerves go through there. The brain is connected to the body. So we want this highway to be as open as possible. Imagine in Argentina, we have the widest highway. It has 13 lanes. Imagine one day, 8 lanes are blocked, construction or an accident. What happens with all that traffic? There's a roadblock, right? And the body is very clever, it's going to achieve movement. If the spine is compressed or the shoulder is compressed and we want to get something from the top of the shelf, we'll do this. We'll achieve the movement because the body will do it. Instead of doing this, which is a more easier movement, and we want to be open. So by doing these exercises, we are opening this big highway as well. So imagine energy going from the head up to your pelvic floor up. And we grounded ourselves, so feet, all on the floor, your whole foot on the floor, yes. And imagine the roots going down, also from your perineum going down, we're planted. And we can start using our middle finger, touch your thighs, next to your thighs. And why? Because we're talking about electricity. We want to close the circuit. Going to close the circuit. And I'm going to first show you, and then we're going to do it together. So the first sound is for the wood element, and the sound is shoo. Like shoe, long shoe. Okay, one important thing. We give and we receive. Ideally, exhale, inhale, same amount, if we can. And some might go 3 seconds, some 6 seconds, that's fine. Just, you are here, be present, do you, right? So, let's inhale and let's all together just make the sound. Inhale. Shoo. Beautiful, great. Feel the vibrations. We're talking about energies, vibration. Just see where you feel it. We know we're talking about now the wood element, liver and gallbladder. Maybe you feel it here. If you don't, that's also fine. But feel the vibration, right? So now I'm going to show you the movement, and then we're going to do it all together. So we will inhale. Shoo. That's the movement. I had to stop myself coming so quickly with the inhale. So if you can, try to do your best, feel your body. One thing, try not to stretch because we don't want to block. And for this one, we want to look at the tip of our finger. So with your eyes, follow your middle finger, the tip of your middle finger, okay? All the time. Are we ready? We are going to do, actually, yeah, let's do just 2 like I did. Then we're going to do the whole flow afterwards. Okay. So inhale. We are detoxing the liver. Let's go. Nice. Okay. Right now we are helping our liver to detox. Just feel it. This is your moment. Be present. Alright. That's the first element. Wood. The second one is fire. Fire, heart, small intestine, anxiety. So the sound is her. It's like her, like her. So just say, let's inhale. Nice. If you need to stay in it, just stay in it. And if you need to stop before. That's perfect. That's beautiful. And try to feel. I feel it in this area. I will show you now the movement, and then we'll do it together. So we go down, we scoop the energy, we bring it to our heart, elbows up, and here is where we exhale and go. We make the shape of the heart. Yeah, that's the end, and then we bring it back. And when we're in flow, we do it a few times. So let's do it all together. We're going to do it twice. Alright? Okay, let's go. Breathe in. Actually, we should be breathing in, breathe in. Elbows up, and now exhale. Inhale. Keep inhaling, elbows up. Beautiful energy, thank you. Great. Feel it. Nice. Our next element is earth element. I like this one. The earth element, the sound is like who? So it's who. Great. There's no need to force it, just allow it to go. Like, relax. If we force things, we tense up. We want ease of flow. That's great. It's sounding amazing, guys. Thanks. Okay, let me show you the movement. So, hand starts here at the belly. We inhale and exhale. Nice, you waited. We tend to want to come quicker. Alright, we're going to do it now all together again. Twice, 2 times, alright? So, let's inhale. Thank you. That was great. That's our earth element. Our next element is the metal element. It's our grief, sorrow. This is an opportunity to allow the release as well. And the metal element sounds like a hissing snake. I would write it like a T set. Great. Excellent. Let's do it all together. Yeah, that's good. It's coming. Metal element, liquid cold and throat. Great. Let it happen. Alright. Let's just do the sound all together. Inhale. And allow the sound to travel through you. There's no need to force. Try also to keep your posture as much as you can. Heels, hips, shoulders, head in one line. Pelvis tuck in, just to allow the energy. Because if we do this, we're stopping the energy or that. So that's the consciousness that we want to bring in our practice. Excellent. So let me show you now the movement for the metal element. And when we are releasing those old sorrows, maybe something, a shock, grief from something really back in the past. Remember, we don't want to keep things for years, just 90 seconds. Alright, so metal element, we start with our palms up, and we inhale, elbows in, we turn the hands out, we put it in the crease of our arm. And it's interesting because, remember those little points from my map? Here is a point for the large intestine, and here is a point for the lungs. They're linked. So that's really what we're doing. And from here, this is where we exhale up. Before that, we put the shoulders up, we look up, look down, shoulder down, and now that's our metal element. So this one, it's the only one that we kind of crunch a little bit because we are stimulating those points. Alright, let's do 2 together. So we'll start again. Okay, inhale. Elbows in, hands out, yeah. Shoulders up, look down, shoulders down. Elbows in, turn hands out, shoulders up, look down, shoulders down. Beautiful. Great. I feel it here in my chest. This is the metal element. Alright, now we have the water element. Water element linked with fear. At some stage, we all experience fear. We needed to bring in the courage to counteract it, change the perception of our situations. Now we're going to help our adrenal glands to calm down, our kidneys, our bladder, and release that fear that got stuck. So fear, a water element, I'm going to show you like this. So we start with the hands around where the kidneys are. Let me go back to my posture, and basically, let me give you first the sound. The sound is like chue, and the more you modulate, it's better, because we also have these lines here, everywhere. So it's chue. Yeah? Yeah, so it's like this. Chue. Let's do it once more together. Let's inhale. Alright, so the movement, this is Qigong movement, and Qigong means, by the way, energy work. That's what we're doing, moving the energy. So when we are exhaling, so we inhale. Inhale. We press like a little massage in the stomach, and we end up again at the kidneys. Alright, so let's do it all together twice. Let me just go back to my stance. There we go. Inhale. Nice, once more. Beautiful. Excellent. So now what we're doing is we are stimulating everything from inside with the vibration. We are moving our bodies, and we are also touching or getting close to the points that are related to those meridians, these channels that carry the energy. So those are our 5 elements, but we have 6 healing sounds, right? Okay. The 6th healing sound comes from the triple burner, which is not an organ. It's called triple burner. Okay, and at least it's not an organ for now, because maybe like it happened with the fascia. The fascia wasn't an organ for so many years, suddenly we got a new organ, right? When science starts catching up. But the triple burner basically governs the energy flow and the connection and communication. So it's said to be the upper burner, middle burner, and lower burner. Like body, mind, and spirit all together. So after our 5 healing sounds, we want to integrate them. We always want to integrate. All right. And the triple burner, the sound is she. We had her, now we have she. So it's she. Right. All right. And the movement is start like open up, it's like a little bubble, and we stop in front. Don't come next to your body, because otherwise you're gonna have your side on the way or back. So open up. Here we turn the palms out, yeah. So back of the palm in. Come to the center line of the body. Come up to shoulder height, and then open. And when you open, you look up. When we close, we look down, back to our fingers, and then we say, she. Great. All right, let's do it twice together. So we'll start, inhale. We are inhaling, up, down, she. Beautiful. How are we feeling?
Good.
Relaxed. Can see. Great. That's great. That's great. All right. What we're going to do now, we're going to do the whole floor together. Okay? So I think we have time. We can actually do 4 of each. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the only one that is like one hand. And then 4 of these. That's water. Then actually I'm gonna do this because I have it here for you, so you can have it. We can show you any of these lessons. You can later take pictures because you will like these things. I'm gonna give you one slide. This one. You can see on your left. That's the sound. Just in case you want to see it. I'll leave it up later for you. You can take pictures of all of those. Let's stay with the practice. Let's stay present. That's just for you to have a reminder. All right. So let's go back to our grounding. Feet. Yes. Pelvis tuck in. All right. Let's just do one breath. Together. Nice. Let's bring the hands, a little bit lower on our waist. Okay, we're going to start with our water element. Inhale. Once more, let's detox this liver. Straight into our water element. Let's gather the energy. Let's bring it to the heart. Elbows up. Inhale. Gather the energy up. Inhale. Elbows up. Elbows up. One more. Gather the energy. Elbows up. Beautiful. Let's bring our hands for the earth element. One more. Let's help our digestion. Metal element. Let's move the grief that we have inside. Inhale, elbows in, turn hands, shoulders up, look down, shoulders down. Elbows in, turn hands, shoulders up. look down. Last one. Inhale. Shoulders up. Look down. Go straight to our water element. Kidneys, hands in the kidneys, straight. Inhale. Inhale. Massage the stomach. Massage the stomach. One more. Beautiful. Now we're going to close the session with the triple burger. So from here, bubble up, turn hands in, inhale, up, look up, open up, look down, Shi. Run, up, look down, in, up, look up, open up, look down, up. Last one, let's enjoy this, integrate everything. Look up, inhale, exhale, Place your middle finger next to your thigh, close the circuit. Take a moment, integrate, breathe. Enjoy your practice. Feel that energy flowing. Nice. When we're ready, we can bring our legs together. Put the hands here this is our powerhouse to bring the energy in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Before we go, I wanted to invite you to keep on looking after your body. You are here at Mindvalley University because you want to grow. We are all being on health. I believe health is the foundation for everything. Yes, we want to be successful entrepreneurs. We want to have great relationships. We want to travel. We want to be nomads. But for that, we need our health. So these are very easy tools to use. So I invite you to explore your emotions, go in deep. There are tools for you to support you. And thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.